An awesome day, awesome people. How are you? I hope all is well. I hope your week has started out awesomely, and I hope it gets even more awesome for you. Thank you for joining us on What's Your Story, where we share, empower, heal, and inspire. We're here every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And whether you're here on Facebook or on YouTube, hit the like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that great stuff. Go ahead and get it done. Please and thank you. But I thank you all for joining us today for your midweek awesomeness. My name is Shanrika. I am your host every Wednesday. Again, another awesome guest for you guys. Just to let you know, What's Your Story is sponsored by Kids Love Money. It's an interactive workbook series that teaches children financial literacy one concept at a time. So you can find that at kidslovemoney.shop. And it's also sponsored by Say Something, which is an online e-commerce store where you can find the brand Gugoji, which is an acronym for Get Up, Get Out, and Get It. It is birthed out of a commitment to the entrepreneurial spirits of elevation, initiation, and demonstration, which means, you learn it, you do it, and you teach it to others. So you can check that out at saysomething.company.site. Again, saysomething.company.site and kidslovemoney.shop. Those are our sponsors for What's Your Story. If you want to be a sponsor, send me a message and let me know. We'll talk about it. But again, like I said, I have another awesome guest for you guys. So I hope you're ready. But before I bring her on, we'll have a quick word from a sponsor. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, awesome people. And thank you again for joining us, whether you're catching it live or whether you catch it on the replay. Be sure to hit that like, comment, share, subscribe, the bell icon, all of that great stuff. And show some love to the Say Something Facebook page. Show some love to the Say Something YouTube page. And show some love to my guest page, Carolina's Best Financial, LLC. I got this beautiful queen on. She's gonna drop some knowledge about taxes, tell us who she is, and all of that great stuff. So if you have questions, guys, drop them in the comments, and we'll be sure to get them asked and answered for you. But let me bring on my awesome guest. Awesome day to you, beautiful. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, and thank you so much for joining us and sharing your awesomeness with everybody. I know you're busy.
Yes, very, very busy week.
Yeah, and I see they got tax season started earlier this year, versus, you having a few extra days. So I was trying to get it done before you got busy, because I already know once, it's like off to the races when they open that gate.
Yeah.
In addition to whatever else you already have going on. But again, thank you for sharing your awesomeness with us today, and being available and giving me your time. I appreciate it so much. But What's Your Story basically is just you telling, what your story is, who you are, what you do, how you got into what you do, things that you might have going on. I know it's tax season, so I know you probably have a lot going on. Upcoming things for people to look out for, anything that, can help people prepare for the tax season, or things they might need to know going into this tax season. But I'm gonna hand the floor over to you, love, and just let people know what's your story.
Okay, well, thank you. Well, of course, my name's Stephanie, and I got started doing this probably about 10, 11 years ago, doing taxes for family members, because it's a lot when it comes down to taxes. So you want to trust and go to people you feel you trust, but when you have a situation that happens, you just really don't want to, So I just got into doing it for myself and my family at first, and start doing my friends, and here I am now doing it for maybe about 500. I've had about 500 clients, and I'm here in Lancaster, South Carolina, but have a lot of clientele in Monroe, North Carolina, and surrounding areas. Now, even people move off, they still file with me virtually.
Mm-hmm.
Virtually becoming more popular anyway due to the COVID. So, a lot of people send their things via email, or we have a secure pro that we use in Drake to let people send their documents and stuff as well. So filing virtual from anywhere. I got family in Trenton, New Jersey. Actually, I was born in Trenton, New Jersey. They
Okay.
send their stuff, so it kind of works out. But yeah, so that's kind of my story on how I got started. Starting off doing family and friends, working in other tax offices back in Monroe, and just started wanting to do it on my own. Um, but this tax season is like more. I think this is about one of the. I'm seeing some of the biggest refunds this year, or biggest credits, shall I say? So everyone should definitely look forward to that. With small children, usually child tax credit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, put a cap on it, But right now, all your children, any 6 and under, you get 3,600 for them. 17 and under, you get 3,000. Big question is usually 17-year-olds couldn't get the child tax credit. Well, this year you can, because now it's 17 and under, just because they did those advance payments last year. And so when the kids turned 17, of course, they already got half the payment, so they continued it on. 17 and under still get the child tax credit. So you will definitely see a bigger refund. A lot of people worried about those advance payments. Probably that's like a main topic, getting those advance
Uh-huh.
child tax credit payments. They didn't really hurt you because it did increase. So they increased it where the payments didn't really hurt. Um, didn't really hurt you as bad. So that was the main topic about those child tax credits people was getting in advance. So they didn't really hurt you too bad. What's another major topic? Sorry, y'all. My mind is like everywhere. This is really peak
I
season.
know, I know.
Monday the IRS opened up and started accepting them, and I've been really swamped, which is a blessing, and I have good staff who help me and keep me going. So I'm just trying to think of the main thing. Wait to file all your documents as well. That's the biggest thing now. It used to slip through the cracks back in the day, but IRS is really cracking down, and it makes us look bad because everybody comes to the prepare when they don't got their refund or it's delayed. But you gotta wait on all your documents. If you file unemployment, a lot of people file unemployment now, and receive
Mm-hmm.
it. So you definitely have to wait on those documents. Any unemployment, any retirement, marketplace insurance, just wait on all your documents. A lot of people want to file early, get those advance that the banks offer, but if you don't wait this long, you wait a little longer. That's the
Yeah.
main that's the main thing that delay refunds is not filing all your tax documents.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So what is that process like whenever, someone doesn't file all of their documents? Is it like audited? Is their file audited, or how does that work?
Well, they're not really auditing for not they just delayed processing. So usually you'll get an error when you're checking on where's my refund, that your refund is being processed or been delayed, and you will receive a letter. Sometimes you've been called by them, but you will receive a letter saying they need additional documents, or wages was missing, or healthcare form was missing, and that delay it though, because usually it'll be after, funds aren't going to be released till after February 15th, like they have been doing the past 5 years due to the PATH Act. So
Mm-hmm.
they won't even start processing them till then, and then they'll notify you via mail that they're missing something. So it can go into April before you can even know, that by then you missing it because you didn't turn it in and it
Right,
came
because
in the
you
mail.
by then you receive it.
Yeah, so it's not really an audit, but it will be like you need to turn in something and send it in and wait on the steps. And like I said, it could take months.
Okay, is that because the companies have already reported that information to the IRS, so that way
Mm-hmm.
they're able to track it and say, hey, you didn't turn in all your money, all your income that you earned this year.
Right, because company they have till January the 31st to send in any documents on any employees, so they know by that's why they hold them off till February the 15th, because by then all the employees have turned in everything for you.
Right.
So that's why they hold off the refunds till February the 15th, processing the refunds, put it like that, the returns, until February the 15th, because they have till the 31st to turn them in. This year they're penalizing. If they don't get them out to you by the 31st, postmarked by the 31st or delivered, they will get penalized. So companies will get penalized for not giving you those documents on time this year.
Okay. All right. So have you seen people and that may be later on in the tax year, but with PPP, any like do you have get a lot of questions about PPP or have a lot of
I
people
get
that
tons of questions about PPP, especially since I was giving advice during that time with people with, people who file business with it, and so now they're coming back. But you don't have to file it. It's a loan. It's a loan. It's not earned income, or so any loans you never have to file anyway. But
right,
it is forgiven. So once you get it forgiven, um, you can use the expenses, what you use the money for, like some of the expenses costs, you can use that, for your business. But further the income for your loan, you don't have to. That's a loan, so you don't. That's a big question too. I forgot about that at the beginning.
yeah, because a lot of people don't, I guess they don't think about it. They're just thinking that they got the money in, but like you said, loans are
Mm-hmm.
something that you don't report as income. So
Yeah, yeah. The
ever,
loans and the like the SBA grants and stuff. Yeah, that's a loan, so it's not considered your income.
okay. So what do you mostly do? Like personal, or do you do a combination of personal and business? With
A combination. It used to be more personal,
Mhm.
but so many people are starting to do their own little gigs, their own little thing, So it's starting to pick up a lot, especially when COVID hit. Of course, some people started saying a lot of little stuff they did with their own business, but in a sense, when you getting paid cash or personal check or whatever person paying you on the side to do little side jobs, and you're doing it to make end meet. In a sense, it turns into your own small business, and a lot of people
Right.
now are really, really starting to come up, do their own little thing to make ends meet. So I
Oh
do
yeah.
both. Actually, a small business, or you attach it right to your personal tax return. Just a Schedule C attached to your 1040 tax return. You don't have to do an additional, return. It's just attached to it.
Alone. Yeah,
It's
and
not a
you submit it.
corporation or anything like that. We have to file it separately, so you can do it right with your personal return.
Okay. And well, just a little bit on, well, even with business, do you think it's better, when people are filing? And I know it kind of, really depends on the setup and everything, but where do you see most people going with, like, just standard deductions, or even on their taxes in general, or itemizing? Like, who should itemize and who should
Yeah,
uh,
they have.
use a standard deduction?
That's a good question too, because itemizing really, no one itemizes anymore. No more. Seem like, when I first started doing this, it was maybe 30%, a third of people had to itemize. But what they did was they raised the standard deduction so you didn't have to itemize more. So to break it down so y'all can understand the people who don't do taxes. So
Right.
you can make more money now to get just a regular deduction on what you already made than having to pile up a whole lot of deductions to itemize. So for say, I made $60,000. In order for me to itemize and start seeing some deductions, I got to put in 15,000 worth of deductions, the donations, or just all those itemized certain deductions. That's a whole nother thing. But I have to put in a whole lot of deductions just for itemizing to even kick in, because it's a lot now. It's a good thing they raising it so people don't have to itemize. They raising the standard deduction every year, go up a little bit, so you don't have to itemize anymore.
Okay, so standard deduction this year is what about? Well, I know it's going to be different
20. Oh,
for
I
a
don't have
single
none of that in
married.
front of me. It's right. It's right around 20,000, somewhere around there. I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, because,
Yeah.
like I said, don't nobody do it anymore, really. But I don't have it in front of me. But I know it went up, and we just did a webinar the other day where it was comparing it and stuff. And I don't got it off the top of my head, but it's around 20,000. So
20
you really don't, and then like I said, you got to get over that amount to
in
even
order for
start the
this.
itemize and even start kicking in. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you don't even really need to do it. I don't even know why I didn't have a book right here with me with
Yeah,
the
that's a
numbers.
lot.
But
That would be a lot. Well, I don't know. That would probably, well, depending on the, I guess if a business may do it more so, a bigger business maybe
yeah,
that
but they
has,
still wouldn't itemize because it'll be business expenses, which is 100% deductible versus
right,
itemizing is only it's only a portion. So
portion of, okay,
yeah,
okay,
so if you got a business and you got expenses, you wouldn't even use it as deductions because you'll put on your business expense, and
right,
it's
okay,
100% deductible coming off of your income, so you
okay.
wouldn't have to itemize. I hate I didn't have all that stuff right here in front of me because my mind is going everywhere. But
I know.
it's around you hit it right. It's around 20,000 because it used to be like 18. It's around 20.
Yeah, and I think I saw something that said it was around 20 thousand also, but so what do besides waiting for all of the documents, not having to pay back PPP, well, not having to report that on their income, on their taxes,
Yeah,
and
because if they don't do
big
the forgiveness, they do have to pay it back.
well, I mean, as far as having reported on their tax return, that
Yeah,
part,
right.
it's not reportable as income on their taxes, but and also higher refunds or higher returns or whatever it is called for earned income. Is it earned income? No, that's the child care credit, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, the earned income credit, it's about the same. It just go up a little bit. The child tax credit is what we were speaking on earlier, where it was under six. It's 3,600 this year. 17
Yeah,
and
for
under is
okay.
3,000 for every child. So that's a big difference. And the child care credit, now that's a major one too this year. Usually it was 30% up to 5,000, but this year I think it was right there. But anyway, this year it's 50%. You get 50% credit,
Mm-hmm.
straight credit, tax credit. For one child, if you pay in 8,000 up to 8,000, it cap at 8,000, you get 4,000 back.
Okay.
Two or more children, 16,000, you get 8,000 back. That's making refund. Like people seeing a really really big difference on their refunds or their tax liability, lowering what they do owe the IRS.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Because I mean,
say if you got um 4 children, of course, and you pay 16,000, you get 8,000 straight, 8,000 back on your tax. Yep, you get 50% of it back, up to 16,000. For one child, it's 8,000. You get 4,000 of it back.
okay, and
But
that's
you
still
can't
like
go
you said, and
after the
that's
tax
good.
repair. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying, and that's and that's good because it was lower, before, and child
Mm-hmm.
care is expensive.
Yeah, childcare is expensive, and then some people would come in with their daycare forms and show it to me, and we put it on there, and I was like, it's not making a difference. You didn't really, and they used to be, kind of upset, but but like I said, this year it's a credit, and it's really helping. But you got to be reasonable with it. Some come in here and they want to tell me that they paid in the full 8,000 in childcare, and it make but 16,000, and you got to be reasonable. Come on, I mean, you got this form I put on, but that's my due diligence I have to do because now I have to ask you and question you because how did that look? You want this big refund, but you only made 16,000. So how could you have paid half of it in childcare?
Right.
So you have to keep all that in mind. You can't just go piling up this all this stuff on a return and it don't even make sense. That's where the audits come in place.
Okay. Yeah. When things don't make sense.
Right.
So what are some like okay, so they increase the child care credit. So what else? I mean, any other changes or that are working for the people who are filing taxes?
Like I said, the child tax credit where we got those early advance payments and the child care credit. Those are two of the main big ones. That's really like I said, helping the people. Oh, and you can use they floated over to this year. We can use your 2019 earned income, your AGI. I'm sorry, you can use your 2019 AGI if it benefits you better with getting the earned income credit. So say if you was out of work due to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I got a real bad call. So if you was out of work due to COVID and any reason you was out of work, maybe you had to stay home with your children because the schools was virtual, and you didn't work as much. So say you only made $10,000. Well, in 19 you might have made 18, 20,000, and gave you a higher earned income credit for your children. It made you a bigger refund. It'll
Right.
allow you to use that 19. Last year in 2020 tax return, it allowed you to use it as well. So they did bring that
Right.
over. That's a big help. Because
Yeah,
you can come in
because the
here and not
people
even
didn't.
work. You can't come in here and not even work, but you worked in 19, and you can use your 2019 AGI on your 2021 tax return and get a
Okay.
refund based off of that. So that kind of helps too.
Yeah. Okay. And
They
that's
call it the
only.
on Facebook. I've been seeing them posted as a look back rule. That's really not what it's called, but you're just using your prior year earned income.
Okay. So it only works if your 2019 income is higher than your last
Not
year.
necessarily higher, generate more EIC because
Okay.
it could be lower. Well, let me take that back because no, if it is higher, if your current year is higher and that year was lower, it got to go with it got to use the higher one this year if you made more money.
Okay.
But in a sense of when it's reflected on the earned income credit, because when you start making too much money, your EIC goes down.
Right.
So it's just depending on if basically if you made less money,
Make less money.
yeah, we'll put it like that. So if you made less money, yeah, I
Okay.
just seen somewhere it'd be right there added, but the 19 would still produce a better EIC, and the system automatically do it. Like our system gonna automatically, as long as we put in that AGI for that
Mm-hmm.
year, it's gonna automatically show us which is the better option. And
Okay.
I done did some corrections on people returns where they don't offer them that, and they done lost out on a lot of money. So I'm glad
Mm.
my system already showed me which one gonna give you the better refund. Some
Okay.
people don't, especially if I filed them in 19. If I didn't file you in 19, I don't know your AGI, but I asked everybody to bring me their 19 tax return. So
Yeah. So that way
that's
you'll
another
have
thing,
something
people.
to
So whether
go.
I file with y'all or not, before y'all go file this year, take your 2019 tax return to your tax professional. If they didn't file you in 19, because it could definitely bring you in a lot more money using that
Right.
AGI.
Yeah, and that's something good to know because if you, like you said, if you didn't go to someone last year, how would
How would they know? Yeah,
they wouldn't know.
and a lot of people are using the at home like TurboTax and all of that stuff, but you're not gonna know that. You're gonna try to do your own taxes. You're not gonna know that. Wow, I could have used my 19 AGI and got a bigger refund because I, of course, didn't really work much.
Right, and it's
Yeah,
not going to tell you
not gonna tell you
that.
that. No, and I
Maybe
almost
if
made a
you buy
mistake,
another
but I almost
version.
made a mistake and said if you made more, but no, if you made more money, you can't go back. You cannot. You can't go back and use the 19 if you made more money. Only works
Okay.
if you made less. Yeah.
Okay. So if y'all hear that in the current year, you have to have made less money than in 2019. You
Yeah.
can't have more money in 2000 and whatever was last year's tax 21
Hmm.
than 2019. It's not going to
Right.
work that way.
Because
Okay.
it's to help you if you didn't make enough, so you can still get. Because if you made more money, you don't need to look back and use 19. You're doing good. You made more money.
Right. That's how they see it too. You don't make more money. Let's see how much more we can tax.
Right.
Uh, so, do you have any like suggestions or as far as things that people could use for tax, to reduce their tax liability, like throughout the
um.
year?
Right. To reduce. Keep. Again, now you may have you sometimes you don't realize how much you have to itemize. So I always tell everybody, keep up with their donations, keep up with everything. You may have enough to itemize, but when it comes to businesses, to definitely keep up with all your expenses. Keep up with all your expenses, your gas. I tell people all the time the easiest way now is to use the same card, like the same credit card, the same bank account.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you purchase something, use that. The only thing I need now is your bank statements.
Yeah.
And most of these banks now separate expenses.
Oh yeah.
They will separate them. I know Bank of America do. I think Wells Fargo do.
Wells Fargo does. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Bank of America do. It'll separate them. So now I already got in the category gas, food, all of that. And So much simpler, and you will be surprised how much it reduces you on, your tax liability to the IRS. It will reduce it. And if it's not a business, and pay your taxes. You usually supposed to pay around 10% of what you make, give or take your dependents or your deduction. So to be on the safe side, if you're not sure, I just tell everybody, just make sure just pay the right amount of taxes. If you overpay, you're going to get it back.
Right.
You're going to get it back. Because if you get to not paying enough taxes, you owe the IRS. It builds up, the interest on it, start garnishing stuff. So I tell everybody, just pay the right amount of taxes. And if you're a small business and you make a decent money, just pay your estimated taxes in advance, quarterly. If you overpay, they will issue a refund back.
Okay. So, speaking of businesses, you say they should pay quarterly. Is there, um, how is that set up for them, for somebody who is just not hearing this information, like just now realizing they could pay their taxes? Well, they might already know, but anyway,
Yeah, well,
somebody
you
coming
can
into business
estimate it based
new.
off the prior year. Um, and what I do is I'll print off. I'll even print off vouchers for each quarter. So all you got to do now is just make the payment. You can mail them in or just make the payment, and we can estimate off your taxes. Or if you want, you could do it quarterly yourself. You can go in and set it up and do it, on your own based off of what you made for each per quarter. Most people do estimated though. They just do the estimated taxes based off the prior year. But if you're just getting started and you're a small business, you got a lot of the expenses. You don't have to really worry about that. You won't get penalized for not doing it. Most people just wait and do it when they file their taxes.
When
Most
they
small
file,
businesses.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because at that point they hope they can, work down where
Mm-hmm.
what they owe, the
Yeah.
tax liability anyway. So
Yeah, I have a few people who go ahead and pay it because they don't want to pay the lump sum, or they earn income credit again for their children. They don't want to come off of that and stuff like that. So I have a few people who would do it and pay it quarterly, but for the most part, they'll stop once they see, oh well, that's all I owe. Yeah, I just paid it one time, so it just depends.
okay, well, anybody that's looking, okay, because you are doing taxes. Do you have any, like, I guess referrals or anything?
Yeah. So I do have new client referrals. You get $25 cash. Most places take it off your fees, but yeah, you get 25 cash. Of course, if you ain't near me, I send it to you. However you like, Cash App, Apple Pay, PayPal, per new client once they fund it. So if you pay your fees in advance and someone refer you, you get it off the top. If they want it deducted from their refund, then um, I'll send it to you once they're funded, and it's no cap on it. I have a lady who last year she got like 650. I was like, I'm gonna have to put you on payroll. You don't you done sent me a lot of new
Right,
people. So it's no cap on how many new clients you can refer. Um, oh, and again, we didn't even touch that. You do have the option to pay up front, which is a lot less than waiting on your refund to come and the fees be deducted out of your refund. A lot of people have questions about that too. Um, that's a whole nother topic too. But a lot of people
no, but
always come to
no,
me
but
and
touch
ask
on it
me,
because people don't know,
yeah, a lot of people always ask about the fees. Why preparation fees? So how about it? So how about it? So we use a third party bank. Um, I use Santa Barbara. You got Republic Bank. These are the main two. But what they do is when the IRS release your refund, it's a third party. They take our fees and then they disperse you the refund.
hmm
Right? That's the only way we can get our fees out of your refund is using a third party bank. If not, the refund goes straight to you. We won't get paid.
right,
But it's a fee. The bank has a fee that's on top of our preparation fee. And a lot of people be confused with that. So say if my fee is $300, with all the bank fees and transfer fees, you can be paying additional like $120. So now you're
right,
paying $420 to have it just routed to me out of your refund. So people who getting smaller refunds, I'll be advising them, just pay up front because not only is it 300, I most of the time I do another discount for you paying up front because now I don't have to wait on my money and there's no liability because if you don't get your refund, I don't get paid. So
right,
when people pay up front, I do discount it because I know they're coming out of pocket, and it's a reason they might be having to pay up front. Or if you not getting a refund, if you owe or it's going to a debt or something, I kind of, try and be lenient and reduce it some because I want people to file. I don't want people to, oh, the fees are too high. I don't want to file my taxes. You need to file, get on the track with filing, not just because you owe. So But
Right.
most people have it deducted out, and they always say, "Why the fees? Why the fees so high?" Well, it's a third party bank in the middle, and they're charging as well as our preparation fees.
Right. So that fee is added on.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
like now, of course, we're working filing taxes, but the fees aren't going to come until the return is released, the refund is released, right? Which is going to be the end of February when they start releasing them. So you have to wait then until we even get paid for doing it. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah,
So are you like hiring any more or looking for any more preparers, or you have any openings? Are you going to start any classes, or you have what you got going
yeah,
on?
that's a bit. I have a couple people who always keep asking me to do classes. In off season, I don't never get to it, but I do free training if you're going to work for me, right? So, in office is um me and my two sisters and my brother, but they rotate in and out because they'll work from home too. And then I have two other ladies who have their own clients, and so they work under me, but they have their own clients. So I'm always looking for more preparers to expand, and
Hmm.
I'll train you. I'll do the free training. Give you all the information you need to know. You can stay in office with me. I'll even assist you with your clients one on one, or check behind if you want, whatever need to be done so you can make sure you file an accurate tax return, and build your clientele because I want you to build your clientele. So that's something I am looking into do. More not so expanding my office space because, like I said, most people file virtual now. A lot of people are just sending their stuff now. So I don't think I'm gonna get another location. But anyone interested in filing taxes, yeah. But of course, I'm in Lancaster, so you could come here or whatever we need to do to get you
Right.
trained the best way.
Right.
The IRS offer good webinars. Drake, the software I use, offer good information webinars, and get you up to speed before the tax season come in. And again, I still will monitor, every return you do until you get it right and
Yeah. Make
to
sure
make it,
everything
yeah.
is
But for the,
good.
but in office hired, no, but prepares, yes.
Okay, okay. So I mean, anybody interested in doing taxes, reach out to her. That's her information scrolling at the bottom. So she's on Facebook. You can call the office. You can email her, and talk more about getting your taxes done, or talk more about possibly becoming a preparer
Becoming a
and
preparer,
doing
yeah.
taxes. So I
And
mean,
I
the
do,
opportunity.
and we do free estimates here, so you don't have to. You can just get a free estimate. A lot of people ask how much you charge, how much you charge. Is you can't just come out and say a flat rate. If somebody tell you a flat rate on what they charge in the file tax before they even know what you're filing, that's kind of a red flag because I can't just say, Miss Shanrika, I'm going to charge you $400 to file your taxes. Okay, well, what if you
Right.
come and you got one W-2, one dependent, and it's a simple tax return. Now you got $150, $200 tax return. But what if I tell you $150 and you come to me, you got
And
your
I
business
got
stuff
all these
attached to it.
forms and
Yeah, you
schedules.
got 10 W-2s, you got your business attached to it, you got 4 kids. So I can't tell you how much I'm gonna charge you until we see. Because then I might tell you one thing and I see, oh well, you might didn't know you had child care. I was like, well, did you pay your mom the babysitter some amount? Yes, you did. That's another form, but now it's another charge. But it's gonna bring you a couple,
Yeah,
$1,000. So it's
bring
kind
some
of
more
hard to
money.
say how much you charge to do taxes until you really put all the forms in and see what all they need.
Okay, all
But then
right.
I'll
Well,
let you know how much it is before we submit it, though.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, all right, y'all can get free estimates. Check out. Be sure to hit up. You looking for someone to prepare your taxes. Like I said, if you're looking to possibly become a tax preparer, the opportunity is available also. But any last words for the people, whether they're on the tax filing side or the tax preparing side, or looking to get into it?
um, we covered a lot, but basically, just be careful. Be careful with your information. Who you trusting to file? Just be careful. If you filing yourself, I'm all for it. Someone told me they got the same amount back that I estimated them. I'm all for it, but just be careful. Make sure you're exploring all options and waiting on your documents. Wait on all your documents before you file. You waited this long, you
Okay.
might as well go ahead and wait on all your documents. Don't try and hurry up and file.
Right. Okay. Well, I do thank you so much for joining me, beautiful.
You're welcome. Thank you
You
for
gave a
having
lot, a
me.
lot of great information. So I hope y'all take advantage of it because it is
Yeah.
available.
Yeah,
To
most
you.
people, most of the early filers should be very, very happy about this tax season. Because we know the one I know my how I'm used to seeing it. My ones that owe are in a higher tax bracket. They don't like to file till April, right at the deadline, March or
Yeah,
April.
right.
But the ones who know they usually expecting a decent refund, they should be very, very happy this season. Yeah.
Yeah, most people that, like you said, who are getting refunds, they file early. I'm like April.
April,
I'm
yeah, me
at
too.
the end because I'm trying. Look, I gotta
Yeah,
find everything. I gotta make sure everything is together, and
yeah. I'm
because I
April
know
too.
they're gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah.
wanting something from me. So I be trying to delay it as much as possible.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
the ones
inevitable.
that's very happy about the filing season is gonna be very happy this year. Like I said, you don't even have to really make a lot of money or much money at all and use your 2019 AGI and getting a real decent refund.
Yeah, and that was some great information for people to know. Okay, well, I'm gonna put you in the back for just a moment and shut it down, and then I'll come right back with you.
Okay.
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 Thank you again.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on What's Your Story, where we share, empower, heal, and inspire. She dropped a lot of great information about this tax season. So whether you're looking to file taxes, looking to possibly become a tax preparer, or just want a free estimate or whatever the case may be, hit her up. She busy, but she don't mind helping. She busy, but she don't mind helping, and she's giving referrals for new clients. So I mean, that's a way to get some more money as well. But thank you all again for joining us on What's Your Story. We appreciate you. We value your time. It is not taken lightly. You could have been anywhere doing anything, watching anything, but you decided to give us your time. Have an awesome rest of your week, guys, and you all take care.